Well, hello there, Skywinders. Welcome back to another episode of Skywind007. On today's episode, we're going to be reviewing this. This is the Nexar, I think. No, this is the Scosche. Scosche Full HD Smart Dash Camera. So I did get this for free. I did not pay anything for it. I didn't pay any shipping or anything at all. I want to be transparent, but that's not going to affect the review. If there's something wrong with it, I'm going to let you know. So let's open it up. Okay, so before we proceed, it does say here that it works seamlessly with the free Nexar app. It has free cloud storage, doesn't say what amount. And it has a one-click accident report. And it has a 64 gigabyte SD card included, so I am impressed at that. I haven't seen that before. The most I've ever seen was I think 32. And over here says that it has a GPS, so it knows where you are. It has a, well, we already said it had free cloud storage. And you can choose to instantly report a crash directly to your insurance company, including video, speed, and force of impact. So those are all things that you might want. I don't think any of those things are essential. I think the main thing is the image quality. And it should automatically record when there's an impact, because if you have a crash where you lose consciousness, God forbid that ever happens to anybody, you won't be awake to save that information, but this camera will automatically save that information, and it can even send it to your insurance company automatically in case the vehicle is towed away or destroyed or anything like that. So it opens up real nicely over here. So this is definitely not a cheap product. Kind of like when you buy a new iPhone or a Mac computer from the Apple store. It's almost glass. Feels like glass. It's not glass. But has some reviews here. So definitely this is a high-end camera. Okay, so this comes off right here. And this. So it's very well presented. You do get a card. I mean, this is like I said, it's like Apple. You get a card that says, "Welcome to your new Scosche dash camera powered by Nexar." And then you can download the app. So if you have an iPhone or a Samsung, you can use either one of those respective QR codes. And if you speak French, they'll explain it to you in French. So this is good. So what else do we have? Let's pull this out. Wow. So I'm very happy about this. I mean, I got this for free, like I said. I don't think I would have ever bought something this expensive, only because I can't afford it. But getting it for free. Thank you, Nexar, once again. So you get wipes. That's interesting. What else do you get? I've never seen this before. A 90-degree angular USB connector. Has a long connection here, and this is it has a reversible USB-C connection right here. Not that you need it because it's fixed to the mount. And this is where you connect it to the glass, I would think. We're gonna have to find that out, but I'm gonna leave it on so I don't waste the glue. I'm thinking it's gonna be like this, or, well, anyway. Carrying on, so you do get the camera itself. Let's pull it out, just for fun. So this is one of those things that has a lot of packaging in it. I'm starting to notice that. I don't think you can get it from there. Wow. Look at this sponge. This is definitely not cheap. So when you buy one of these, you definitely get a lot of, smells good too. That's interesting. So this is the camera itself. So it's branded. So this is gonna go like that. And this is gonna be glued to the windshield. So it's interesting. It's a strange design, I think, but I guess it works. We're gonna find out. Let's see what else we have. Any more gifts? So you get instructions, installation instructions, and if you have if you speak French, you can still understand it. Woo! So you get 1, 2, 3. These are the, I believe the adhesive. I don't know what this is, but anyway. So they explain how to do the routing if you want. So I guess that's going to vary slightly from car to car. So it's 1, 2, 3 steps. So yeah, definitely this company's serious about this. They're not playing. This is a big purchase right here. So this is some more information. Let's set everything aside. And we have, excuse me. And we do have this, which, unlike anything I've seen before, it does provide a double space. So one is going to be for the camera, and the other one can be for your phone or anything else. My car has two cigarette sockets, so it's not a big deal for me. But most cars, for sure, only have one cigarette socket. So I think this is definitely going to be very handy. I'm very impressed by this company. It's like they thought of everything. And if that's not enough, they give you that 64 gigabyte SD card, and they provide the adapter, so you can plug that into your computer and read the files or download the files. So I've never ever seen a camera that would bring the adapter, because you are going to need it for the most part. Unless you want to take your laptop into your car. And you get something else here. So let's see what this is. So this camera is definitely breathtaking with the quality. Oh, these are ties. What are these? I don't know, but they take a shape like that. So we're going to find out later what this is. Some sort of, a tie. There's some, these things. So you can store the excess cable, I believe. And then you do get this right here. And this is, cable holders. So you put that on wherever you put it, and it'll keep the cables in place. And that will be it. So I am impressed. This box is nice. I'm not going to throw it away. You can use it to store things in it. So I'm definitely impressed. So let me set everything aside and we're going to power it up. Okay, so before we go to the car, we're going to be testing this camera in here, in this room, using one of these adapters, which you plug in like that to the wall or to a extension, and then like that. So it definitely lights up, as you can see. Let me turn off the lights. So this is going to look very cool in your car. Or whatever you drive. Maybe you drive a Porsche, a Lambo, Ferrari. Rolls Royce, whatever it is, it's gonna work with your car. So this is nice. So anyway, let's return to the camera. So let's pull this off and talk about this being perfect. So you can see, oh, no fingerprint. I thought it would smear or get a fingerprint there, but nope. So let's pull this off very carefully. So let's look around this camera. It kind of looks like you could adjust this, but I don't really think so. So I think it's oriented like this. So at the front we have the lens. So, and we also have the connection right there. Like I said, it's a USB Type-C. To the left we have this slide switch. Or no, not a slide switch, two buttons. One says sync and the other one says power. In the back, we don't have anything, I believe. Not yet, at least. I thought there would be a screen, but I don't see any screens there. To the right, we have the slot where the SD card goes. Like I said, it's a 64 gigabyte SD card that they give you for free, or I should say it's included with the cost that you pay. To the bottom there is nothing, and at the top there is nothing other than some sort of number there that you probably won't need to worry about. So let's plug it in and let's start examining it. So it clicks in place, so that lets you know that it's fully connected, securely connected. And now let's just plug it into one of these. And there we go. So something lit up. And that's it. So there is no screen. So let me power this down for now, and I'm going to have to read the instructions and download the app. So it's powered down. So I'm going to let it charge a little, and let's download that app. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is download the app. So to download the app, you use your QR code reader. And you use one of these. If you have an Apple device, it's going to be this one right here. And if you have an Android device, it's going to be this one right here. So let's scan it. There we go. So let's go to the website. Let's click on Play Store always. And it's this one, Nexar AI dash cam for peace of mind on the road. So let's install it. So it's installing right now. Okay, so it's fully installed. So let's open the app. So give your permissions if you have to. And this is it. So apparently we have to sign up. So I'm going to do that off camera. I'll be right back. Okay folks, so it is now time to pair this camera. We're going to pair the camera to this phone using the app, the Nexar app. So the first thing you want to do is deliver power to your camera by plugging it into your car. So I'm going to do that here. I have this what's this called, a bank. It's actually a Bluetooth speaker, so when I power it up like that, it'll deliver power to the camera.
Bluetooth connected.
And you can see that. And now you need a phone that
fully charged.
Okay. And now you need a phone that connects through Wi-Fi via a 5.0 gigahertz network. So I'll talk a little bit more about that later. So if you don't have a phone that uses a 5.0 gigahertz network, this is not going to work. So anyway, go to the Nexar app, which you have already downloaded. So click on it. And you have to go through the sign up process, which I've already done. I'm not going to display that because it has my phone number and my personal information, but you have to do that. And you are going to need a phone number. You're going to get some sort of temporary code to be able to enter the app. Once you are in, go to more right there, and then go up here to settings, and then go to go to external camera, and you'll see this right here. It'll say enable Wi-Fi. I've already done that. So click next, and it'll say connecting to dash cam. Connection fails. So let's retry. Oh, it says double press on the sync. So there's a sync button over here, which you have to double press. Let's do that. And then retry. Let's do that again. Okay, so it says we found your dash cam, so check for updates if you want. You don't have to. So it's connecting to your dash cam. Your dash cam is up to date, so click done. So it's up to date, so click done. So you're ready to go. So right here you can check your dash cam view if you want. So let's do that just for fun. So as you can see, I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to put the camera here. I'm going to put my fingers like that. Two fingers. So it does have a lag. One finger, 0 fingers. Yeah, it does have a lag, but so this is what you use to aim the camera at the road when you put it in your car. So you're absolutely gonna need that. You're most likely gonna need this. The camera is gonna be like this in your car. The camera should have a wide enough angle that this shouldn't be too much of an issue if you can't get the app to work. But it's ideal to have it. So let's get out of here. So let's explore around the app. So this is the main screen right here. So you have activities, which you don't have any activities yet. You have this right here. So this is going to connect to your dash cam and it's going to record everything. So this is if you're specifically recording a ride, and you can end it. Let's do that. Now let's end the ride. So this only records the camera. So let's say save now. And then you have the two files. So if you want to do a different one for drive, you can disconnect the camera and it'll use the phone. It'll use the phone camera. So let's create that clip. You're able to trim it if you want to. So all of these things that I'm talking about are not essential. So if you're not getting it, or I'm going too fast, just don't worry about it, because most people won't be doing this. Most people that have a job or go to school are not going to be playing around with this too much. So in the settings area, here we are in the settings area. You have you don't really have much other than this. So you can control the phone storage, and you do have a Nexar cloud available unlimited. So that's pretty cool. You can always save your information there if you want. So right here are some more settings. You can control the auto start and stop. And if you drive an electric car, you can turn that on, because electric cars always have power. So if you want to record camera sounds, if you want the camera to make sounds, you can allow that. You can record audio. I'm going to record audio right there. And the camera only drive notifications, you can turn that on. And you have camera preview if you want to re-aim the camera. You have this like that. So let's go back. And then there's a software update and unpair the camera. And if you do want to add another camera, you can. So if you want to have 2 cameras in your car, but I don't think that's recommended, because it would be a kind of a messy car with wires and everything. So you can change the name of this camera if you want. So there's nothing much about the app. The app mainly serves for the purpose of you having this activity right here. All your trips are going to be saved to the phone if you allow enough storage for them. And the rest is going to go to the cloud. Oh, there we go, phone storage. So here's, it says that the Nexar cloud available unlimited. So everything's going to be stored to this. So I guess there's nothing else to say. Like I said, this app, all it does is save your trips and your videos. So if you want to show that to a police officer, well, you wouldn't want to do that anyway, because I don't think they care. They make their decisions on their own. So what you do want to use this camera for is, this app for is, you are allowed to connect to a insurance company if you want to do that. Okay, so I think we are ready. So the next thing I want to do is go into the car. So let's see the time and date is automatically updated, so you don't have to do anything as far as that. So all we have to do right now is go into the car and install it and go for a ride. Okay, so you do get 2 wipes. You get a wet wipe and then you get a dry wipe. So first you clean off with the wet wipe and then you dry it off with the dry wipe. So I'm going to do that off camera. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is plug in this wire in this area right here. The instructions say that you can only do this if your car does not have a side airbag, so I'm just letting you know. Okay, so I'm done connecting this wire. So it goes from the camera. Make sure it's stuck in there. It goes here, and this is where you stick it in. Right here, and then it goes in here. I don't know if you can see that. Not really, you can't see it, but you trust me, it's there. And then it goes all the way down here. And I decided to put it under the mat. You might not be able to see that, but the wire goes in through here. It goes under the mat, and it goes back to the power connection. And like I said, I used my own power connection because I already have this here already, but you can use your own. You can use the one that's supplied, or you can use your own, either way. But that's the cool thing about this wire, that you can just run it under the mat. No big deal. And here the road turns left. And we have an airport to the right. And we are approaching a stop sign. Okay, so let's see our speed. Okay, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay, so the reason why I was calling out the speeds is because if you have this scenario where you have an accident and somebody claims that you were speeding like crazy and that you caused the accident, but you say, no, I wasn't speeding. That should be obvious from the video, but this goes a step further and actually tells you the speed that you were in. So for example, if they claim that you were just going fast, it'll show on the video. So you would go to full drives right here. And for example, let's pick this one. And then click on it again. And so down here you have the speeds. So here, right here, it's telling you the speeds. So it looks like I'm speeding up. And here's the video, so that corresponds to that part of the video. So here's the area where I was calling out the speed. So we're gonna see if it matches. So let's wait till we get there. This is where I turn right. Okay, so let's see our speed. Okay, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay, if you want to take a still image, all you have to do is press this logo right here. Let's do that again. So even though it's recording, it can still take pictures. Okay folks, so it is nighttime, so let's go for a ride. So let's see what this camera can do in the dark. So it's fairly dark here. There's only one light pole, if you can see. And it's an orange Halloween color. So we're gonna go to the left. So this is a bridge right here. It's very dark. And we're gonna go to a dark area, but before we go there, we're gonna turn right here. There should be light poles. And we're gonna see how this reacts. So there's a few light poles, which I would consider average for a neighborhood. So here's one light pole. So let me turn off the lights. Let me stop for a second here and let me turn off the lights So you can see how it looks like without the lights. So yeah, it's kind of scary, to be honest. It's like nobody lives here. So let's keep going. Let's stop over here and turn off the lights again. I doubt that the camera will be able to see this. That's just too dark. Okay, let's carry on. So now let's see if we can read a license plate in the dark. So let's try to do this car right here. Here's another license plate. So let's turn right over here. So I'm going to stop over here and turn off the lights when that car leaves. So they're gone, so let me turn off the flashers. So that's how that looks. Let's go into this neighborhood right here. So this is very well lit right here, I would say, compared to that other one. It's nice. Let me turn off the lights right here. Lights are off. So this part is nice. It's not as scary as the other one. So let's keep going. I'm going to turn off the lights over here and see how that works. Looks nice in person. Okay, so now let's go to that dark road next to the airport. Whew, that felt weird. Let's go to that dark road next to the airport, and we're going to see how it behaves there. I'm going to stop over here. I'm going to turn off the lights. Okay, so let's keep going. Okay, so this is that dark road that I told you about. We turn right here and there's no more light poles. So we were here earlier today. You saw my video, my daytime recording. And this is how it looks at night. There's no light poles here. Unfortunately, I got all those cars in my face. Okay, so right here is completely void of light sources other than the airport to the right. So you can draw your own conclusions just based on this footage that I'm showing you right here. But I'm optimistic. I think it's going to come out well. I haven't seen it yet. I don't know how it reacts in the dark, this camera. But I'm optimistic. Alright folks, so we have reached the end of this review, and like I said earlier on in the video, I wanted to tell you that this dash cam only works with phones that are enabled for a 5.0 gigahertz Wi-Fi connection. Most of the older phones only allow connections as a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi network. So if you have one of the older phones, it's going to be an issue because it's simply not going to connect to the, let me get away from that dog. It's simply not going to connect to the camera. So you can still use this. So if your phone only connects through a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi connection, you can still use this. But you're going to have to be downloading the files through the SD card with the adapter, assuming that you have a laptop. A desktop with a card reader, because most laptops do not have a card reader, and I'm sure that most people don't have a desktop these days. People tend to only have phones, so that's going to be an issue, and a big one, if you do not have a phone that connects through a 5.0 gigahertz Wi-Fi network. Now, how to figure out if a phone connects through a 5.0 gigahertz network, you're going to have to look that up on the internet, look for the specs. So it won't be obvious, and it's not something you can look up easily on the settings. So that's going to be an issue. But if you're very knowledgeable about these things, you might already know whether your phone does that or not. But I can tell you one thing. And that's that the higher end phones, so if you have late model phones like from 1 or 2 years ago, the odds are it works with that 5.0 gigahertz connection. Now, as for the rest of the camera, I think it's a very good camera. It's not perfect, but it is very good. So one of the issues that I have is that it's very dependent on the app. So I don't like that. I wish it was completely independent, like autonomous. But unfortunately, you do have to use that app, which helps it locate itself. For example, the location and speed, you need the phone for that. The camera can't do that on its own. So that's one of the things about it. Installation was fairly easy, and because it is a wide angle lens, there's no big deal as far as it's not a big issue as far as aiming the camera. So that's not a big problem. I think it's very good that it has the cloud service, that free cloud storage, and it is unlimited, which is a good thing. It's not that visible. If you look at it, it's not catching anybody's attention. So in that sense, I can say it's a very good camera. Now, I did find the app to be a little bit difficult to use. And it's not intuitive. So if you're going to give this away as a gift, you're going to have to be careful to not give it to an older person or an elderly person, because there's very good chance that they're not going to be able to make this work. If you give it to a person that's that old, or a person that doesn't like technology and phones and all that stuff, they're going to have an issue. So it's not a very easy to use camera. Even though it claims on the box that it's supposed to be very easy and everything's real easy, but it's really for the modern person. It's not for the old school person that stays away from technology, and they like to do everything the good old fashioned way, like they did back in the good old days. That kind of person's gonna struggle with this. So having said that, would I recommend this? Yes, I would. It has its issues. It's not perfect. And out of 5 stars, I would give it, I would say 4 stars. 4 stars out of 5, because it's very helpful. It does a lot, but it is a bit complicated. So thank you for watching. Subscribe and thumbs up.